G'day and welcome to Kazza'S Corner, a fun place to be to find ideas, tips and tricks to improve and impact not only your business life but your home life as well. And what have I got in store for you today? Well, it's Mystery Monday. Well, it's not really a mystery because I kind of blabbed what I was planning on doing today. So I'd like to call it Mystery Monday because you're still not actually sure what it is I've got planned. And what is that? Well, I'm going to show you how you can add time to your day. Now, I know you're going to say to me, that's impossible, Karen. You can't do that. Well, yeah, you can when you know how. And that's through a formula that I have learned over time from different mentors, Dean Graziosi, Darren Hardy, Jim Rohn, and they all talk about this. And they have different ways of explaining it. And I've come up with my own way, which I call adding time. And what does that mean? Well, what it means is to automate the things that are repeatable, to delegate the things that you can, like chores, and to delete the things that you absolutely do not need to do. It's that simple. Okay, so what do I mean by automate? Well, you know those things that you do over and over and over again, which have the same format. You know, there's things that you could actually easily automate, like, let's say, for example, your shopping weekly. What you could do with that is put in an automated shopping list that gets delivered to your place once a week, because there are set things that you would always eat during that week. So let me take you back to how you can do this and what you need to start off to add time to your day. And the first thing that you need to do is list down every single thing that you do during the day, each day of the week, and also including the weekends. So that's a 7-day list. Now, it's going to take you some time to actually write this list. We can't add time until we actually work out where it is that we're spending our time. And so that's why you need to actually set down this list. And it's a really important list. And I mean write down everything that you need to do during a day. So, for example, today, if you were to start your list, you could do it at the end of Monday and you could list down every single thing that you did on Monday. Now, if that's the same thing that you repeat from Monday to Friday, then you already have your 5-day list. However, if there's something within those 5 days, like you maybe go to the gym twice a week, or you play sport once a week, or you have to pick up the kids from ballet or take the kids to soccer, you need to include those as well. Because what we're trying to do here is to work out where you're spending your time, what it is you can automate, what it is you can delegate to someone else, and what it is you need to delete. Now, the ones that you need to delete are generally the things like Netflix, social media, movie watching, which is also Netflix, but movie watching like YouTube instead, playing non-stop games because you're bored out of your brain, so you sit there playing your Wii or your PSP 5, I think's a new one out now. Things like that. So that's important to list those down as well. Now, once you've done that, now I want you to be honest here, because it might really surprise you where you're spending your time. Now, I can hear people saying, I can't afford to pay somebody to automate my things because you're talking about a virtual assistant. Well, yeah, for the business people who are actually earning some money, I am talking about a virtual assistant. However, if you're at home and COVID-19 has affected you and you're not earning any money because you've lost your job and you're stuck there, well, there's other things that you can do to automate yourself. And if we dig deeper into that, there are things that you can do to work out how you can save that time so you can actually learn a new skill. Now, if you've got young kids at home, you're saying, well, I can't afford to offload my mowing that I do every week. I enjoy my mowing. Well, if you're enjoying your mowing, that's great. However, you could actually be helping somebody else, if you can afford it, by paying them to do your mowing while you can be going off doing something that is more beneficial to you and your health and something that you would enjoy more. Oh, now I forgot, we're talking about time. You were probably wondering why she's sitting there. She's from a long, long time ago. This is Thumbelina. I came across her a while back, and when I was talking about how to make things seem happier in your day, finding time for happiness. Well, she sits there because every time I look at her, I smile because it does bring back some really fond memories. So that's why she's there. I thought I'd better explain that. We'll just pop her back. Now, getting back to delegating. If you've got teenage children at home, it really is beneficial for them to learn how to be involved in someone's business. Now, sometimes they get a bit angry with you because you're so busy doing what you're doing with their business and they don't understand. You can actually bring them in if they are a little bit interested and grow that interest and show them some things that you take too much time doing. For example, you could start by getting them to respond to things in your social media, because kids as teenagers are so much better at it than we are. So they can have a script for people who are constantly at you and waiting for responses, rather than just having a virtual assistant that you have to pay. You can actually maybe give your teenagers or your grown-up children who are not working or stuck at home and need something else to do, and involve them in your business in some small way. Now, that's just one idea that you can involve them in. There's another way where you could actually set up pretty much standard responses for your emails for certain types of emails, and rather than you spending your entire day going through them and sifting through them, you could allocate that to someone else. Maybe you could barter your services. If you're a really high profile person with expert knowledge that has lost their job, maybe you could barter something that they need for a service that they could give you, because maybe your money is tight right now. You don't have to spend money to add time to your day. Now, you might think, I've got so much time on my hands, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm bored out of my brain. Well, that's really the right time now to try and add more time to your day to do things that are beneficial for your mind. So have a think about what it is you could automate, what it is you could delegate, and what it is you could delete. I'm sure there's a lot of social media flicking that you could get rid of. We spend a lot of time on social media: LinkedIn, Instagram, Reddit, TikTok, although I don't tend to look at TikTok, not yet anyway. There's so many to go through. Snapchat. I mean, ask a millennial, they'll tell you what all of them are. They're certainly up with it. And maybe you could hone your skills on learning a little bit more about those social platforms that you can utilize your business in, rather than spending your time looking up the latest celebrity, breakup, or maybe investing your time reading all the latest hype on social media about COVID-19 and what's going on. Because frankly, I could care less about that. I keep up to date with the things I need to know, which impact my health and the people around me. But the rest of it, no, not interested. Could care less. What I can control in my own environment is another time saver. And that's something else for you. How to add more time? Stop worrying about the things you can't control. You can't do anything about it. You're wasting time, effort, and energy on something that you cannot control. So rather than that, spend your time on the things that you can control. Concentrate on what it is that you could do better than you're currently doing. Work out a way that is more of a shortcut. Start to devise plans. Look at what it is you do and how you can maybe group things and get things done in a shorter space of time. It can be a bit of fun doing that as well. Also, who do you know that could possibly teach you how they do it? Do you have friends that seem to have so much more time on their hands? Maybe go and have a conversation with them and see what it is that they're doing differently to you. I have plenty of time on my hands. I have plenty of time to study. I have plenty of time for fun. I have plenty of time to sleep now because I've adopted a sleep routine, which I hadn't done before. And that's the other thing. If you have routines, that will also help you by adding more time to your day. And how does that work? Well, because I don't do silly things that I don't need to do because I have a set routine that I stick to every single morning. I have what I call a beast mode that I do in the morning. It's a minimum of 90 minutes. So I go to bed at 10 o'clock at night. Well, that's my aim. It doesn't always happen because I like to be up by 6 a.m. And at 6 a.m, I tend to get up, make my cup of tea, come back, and then I do some personal development for me. I always wake up to Darren Hardy. He's Darren Daly, and I find that's very beneficial for me. You should try it. It's not for everyone. Maybe you don't like him, but find someone that you do like and think about what you could do in the morning. How does your morning start? Do you get out of bed feeling bright, vibrant, happy? Or do you get out of bed feeling down, low, and miserable? Because if you're getting out of bed feeling like that, maybe it's your diet. Maybe it's the lack of sleep. Maybe it's too much sleep. Have a think about what it is you're actually doing the night before. Another way to save time is getting your things ready if you're going to the office the night before. Having everything laid out rather than running around in the morning, going crazy. Where's my tie? Where's my shoes? Where's my keys? Have them all laid out. If your shirt needs to be ironed, iron it the night before. It doesn't take a lot of time, but what it does do is it gives you a better morning to kick off your day because you don't have to worry about those things. They're already done. The other way to have a great morning and kick off so you can have more time in your day is to have some upbeat music. You know, I use upbeat music in my shower. It makes me feel amazing. So my morning routine is having the cup of tea, listening to the Darren Daily, getting out of bed, make my bed, go into the bathroom, turn on the music to something that's upbeat. I jump in the shower and I actually exercise in the shower. And everyone knows that I always finish off my shower with 3 hearty laughs and turning it to cold water. Now that sets my focus and makes me feel alive. And I continue now dancing to upbeat music. So I'm getting my energy and my workout all happening at the same time. So I thought I would share that with you today, and I hope that's beneficial because we can all add more time to our day simply by automating some things, delegating some things, and deleting the things that we really don't need to do. Now, there's a tip here. What you delete, do not replace with other garbage because that's not really going to benefit you at all, and you're not going to gain time doing that. So, what are you going to do today? Are you going to list out everything that you do during the week and on a weekend and then work out what it is that you can automate? I mean, it could be something as simple as a macro that you're using in Excel for things that you constantly repeat. Have somebody help you set up a macro. It could be something as simple as a cut and paste that you're constantly doing the same thing rather than typing it. Have a pro forma. I mean, there's many ideas, and I'd be happy to share some of those with you. But this is just designed to give you an idea of what it is we can do to add more time to our day. Because it really is important to be able to utilize the time that we've got to actually feel better about ourselves. I mean, imagine if you've got some extra time to actually do something that you enjoy more rather than feeling run down, worried about time. You can't make the deadlines because you've got all this negativity happening. And when we switch it around, it makes a real difference. And that's the other thing with having something happy and focused in the morning, is it actually sets your brain up into like a super mode. So for me, when I come out of that shower and out of that bathroom, I'm ready to zoom rock and roll, and I get 90 minutes of stuff done that might take someone else 3 hours. And I'm not bragging there. It's just that I can then go work, and I astound myself with some of the ideas that come out. Now, first thing in the morning is much better. If you're going to bed at night and you're finding it difficult to sleep, well, there is some sleep things that I have done previously, and I recommend that you go and actually read my article on the Beauty and Beast of No Sleep 1 and 2. But also, one of the major tips for not getting sleep or not being able to sleep is you're actually not physically tired. Because if your body is absolutely tired and worn out, you will sleep. There are many things that you can do to help with that. However, exercise at night until you feel like you're going to drop, and you'll sleep like a top. So remember, automate, delegate, and delete what you don't need, and you'll be able to add more time to your day and more time to your year, week, month, or whatever, because it all adds up. And you'll get so much more done within a day by automating, delegating, and deleting. So enjoy your day, and remember to share your smile with someone new or someone that you love every day. Cheerio.